blurring industry lines is going to be one of the major devastating challenges for companies in the new normal. If you think about what's happening today, what is happening today, all companies are trying to collect data. We all know that data is going to be the new oil and we want to have as much oil as we can. So we're collecting data. We're collecting data of our customers. We're collecting static data and most probably also dynamic data of our customers. So every company is trying to collect the same data of the same customers. And at the same time, all companies are trying to think, okay, what am I going to do with those data? And what I'm going to do with those data is the bigger purpose. What am I going to offer my consumers, which is way more than just a product or a service? That's a higher purpose. And what can be the most engaging higher purpose? That is to offer well-being for our customers. So the same data, the same customers, the same value proposition. That means that all companies are going to enter the same battlefield in the end. So all boundaries between existing segments will fall apart and the whole world of business will implode into one terrific but at the same time frightening red ocean, one battlefield, and all companies are going to fight the same battle. I'll take two examples. If you have the food industry on one hand, and if you have pharma industry on one hand, on the other hand, that's two segments. But the pharma industry, what are they going to try to offer to your customers? That is no longer sick care, but health care. It's no longer mass production of pills. It is going to be mass personalization of your very personal health. But health is directly related to the food that you have. And food for you is different, or the healthy food for you is different than healthy food for me. So that influences the food industry. But at the same time, the food industry is doing more or less the same as the pharma industry. So two industries that become one industry. Another one is automotive. If automotive moves towards mobility as a service, hyper-personalization, I want to travel from A to B, but maybe I want to sleep while traveling from A to B. And while I sleep from traveling to A to B, I'm no longer going to sleep in a hotel, I'm going to sleep in my car. So that might be very disruptive for the hotel business. So they have the automotive industry on one hand, you have the hotel industry on the other hand. But maybe the hotel industry, just imagine that Hilton one day says, you know what, instead of being disrupted by this new trend, let's develop riding hotel rooms that travel people from A to B. So all of a sudden, two completely separate segments become one segment. So if you're an industry leader, if you're a business leader, think about how your segments might disappear, how the boundaries between you and other segments might disappear. And already go and look for your allies to work together with you to at least survive in some way or another when that whole world collapses and becomes one big battlefield. Because if you're not preparing that now, and if you think, okay, I'm going to deal with it when it happens, you're way too late.